we are gonna make a really yummy soup. It is freezing cold here in South Carolina, like really cold, and soup is just sounding good. So one of my favorite soups is zuppa toscana. We are going to make a healthy keto version of this soup. So I'm basing this recipe from a Time to Shrink I wish, not my cookbook. From a, what is this cookbook called? I found this recipe in Trim Healthy Mama cookbook. I love this cookbook. Part of it doesn't apply anymore because part of their meals are totally keto and part of them are carbs. But there are so many in here that I can use. I reach for this all the time. You can see all my little page markers, and I love this cookbook. So this soup is wonderful. I totally recommend it. It has a couple surprise ingredients, so it's yummy, y'all. All right, let's jump right into it. All right, so the first step is to brown some sausage. I already did that, so this is about 2 pounds of Italian sausage, and I'm gonna use my Instant Pot today, y'all. A little bit of butter. This is about 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm gonna hit it on the saute. Celery and onions and a little bit of carrot. You can totally skip the carrot if you want to, but I'm just gonna use a little bit of the carrot and skip most of the carrot. And I've just got this on saute, and we're gonna let it get hot and get a little bit soft. Okay, now we're ready to bounce to the next set. You're gonna take this out and just put all of the sausage and veggies that are brown to the side. And then it's okay if there's a few left, it's no big deal. And then we're gonna start adding the rest of our ingredients. We're gonna do 2 quarts of chicken stock. Right into the pot. 1 more. And then you're gonna do 2 cups of water and half a cup of cream. There goes the cream and the water. 2 16-ounce packages of cauliflower. This is still frozen. I just thawed it a little bit so it would separate, but it's not cooked yet. We're gonna put that in. It's just some organic riced cauliflower. You could do whole frozen cauliflower. You could do fresh. It doesn't really matter. We're going to blend it up, this part, in just a bit. So don't worry about what type of cauliflower, just that it's 2 16-ounce packages. And then we are going to add what I consider the secret ingredient, and it is okra. Now you may not love okra, but you can't taste it in this soup because we're going to cook it down and then we are going to blend it so that it is just mainly for consistency and nutrition, but you don't actually taste or even see the okra. So this is 2 cups of frozen okra going in. It's already chopped up frozen okra. And then what we're gonna do is we are going to put the top on, and we're gonna get this basically to just quick boil and cook what's in there. So I'm going to put it on soup for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to manually release this, and when it's finished, open it up and we'll finish the rest of the soup. So we'll be back. All right, y'all, let's manually release this and we'll move on to the next step. I use a towel when I'm gonna manually release because I don't wanna burn myself. So I'm just gonna flip this and let all of the heat out. Rachel, no, don't do that, it's hot. Well, I like to have this sitting on my island, y'all, so it goes up, it doesn't hit any of my cabinets or anything, it just goes up into the air. All right, y'all, you totally do not have to make this in the Instant Pot. I actually never have before. I usually make it on the stove. So this section that we had just done on the stove, it just takes about, you get it to a boil and then you let it simmer until everything's nice and tender. I just decided to do it in here so I could go on and do other things while this was working, and I didn't have to stand over the stove. Once the little indicator that tells you that it's has pressure is gone, you just open it. This is one of my favorite kitchen tools. I love the immersion blender. The okra gives it a nice consistency, and when you blend it, literally, you don't taste the okra at all. And then, you know, this is up to you also. You can blend it until it is all one consistency, or you can blend it until it's a little bit chunky if you don't mind having pieces of okra and pieces of cauliflower. I'm gonna blend it pretty much fully because my family doesn't love that. I would be fine with it being chunky. So at this point, everything is well blended. I'm gonna pull you in so you can see exactly what it looks like and what we're doing next. The next thing that we're gonna do is start adding in our flavorings and ingredients. This is the sausage and the mirepoix that I told y'all about. So get this straight into the bowl. And we are going to add a bag of spinach. And this will cook down pretty fast, y'all. Your Instapot on saute, or if it's on the stove, you just want this over like a low heat. Just a little higher than low probably. Salt, pepper, whatever spices that you're going to use. So there's some pepper. This here is the Gourmet Collection Oregano Basil Tomato Spice Blend. So basically just like an Italian blend. Any kind of Italian blend would be fine. Some salt. This is Himalayan sea salt. 1/4 of a teaspoon of no salt. No salt, y'all, is basically just potassium. And those of us doing keto need our potassium, so I like to sneak this into things too. It just tastes salty. So you're gonna get this all stirred up, and then you're just gonna simmer it for like 20 to 30 minutes until it is where you want it to be. I am back from dropping off kids at soccer, so back to check on this soup. It's looking really, really good. I just tasted it, and it really just tastes wonderful. I just love this soup. All right, now we're gonna make a stuffed mushroom. I've got my mushrooms. These are portobello mushrooms. I cleaned them and prepped them. I just kind of took the gills off the inside and gave some room to stuff them. You can hear the sausage sizzling in the background. I'm getting some sausage cooked up. So this is 4 ounces of cream cheese, 2 ounces of Parmesan. This is 1/2 ounce of nutritional yeast. I have 2 ounces of pork rinds. I'm gonna put part of it on the inside in the stuffing, and part of it's gonna go in my topping. A little bit of salt. This is Himalayan sea salt. I have a little bit of spinach. Ooh, that's hot. I'm gonna put it in a tea towel and wring it out so that we get most of the liquid out. So this is 1 thing of chopped spinach. I'm only gonna use part of it though. I'm gonna use part of it for an egg casserole. I'm gonna make a spinach and feta. Oh my gosh, this is hot. It's better to do this ahead so that when you squeeze, it doesn't burn you. This is really hot, y'all. I'm gonna use another towel to help me hold on to it because it is so hot. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of the spinach right here into my sauce. We're gonna get this all mixed together, and we're gonna add 1 egg as well to help bind it. And we're gonna add a little bit of protein powder. This is my Gene Pro protein powder. Add a scoop. Just gonna crack an egg in here and get it all incorporated. Just do this to taste. Do this to taste. This is a little bit of garlic powder and then some black pepper. You should have your oven heating at about 400, we're gonna say 375. So I forgot to do that. Let me stop and do that. All right, y'all, while that sausage is going, I'm going to get my eggs cracked into my bowl for an egg casserole. Feta cheese egg casserole. A splash of heavy cream, about 1/4 cup. Gonna add whatever seasoning you want. I'm gonna do a little bit of garlic. I think that'll be good with the spinach. Some pepper and some salt. And we're gonna cook these eggs in the same oven as the portobello mushrooms, as the stuffed mushrooms. I'm hoping these mushrooms are gonna turn out really well and that I'll be able to eat like 1/2 one for a meal maybe. That's my goal anyways. So you're gonna get this all nice and combined, and then we'll add the spinach and the feta. And maybe some Parmesan for the top, I think will be good. And then I also am going to put a little bit of sausage in here. You could add bacon, or you could not add any meats at all and just go with the spinach for it. But I'm mainly making this for my oldest son, and he likes to have the meats in it. You also could add put some ham in this one instead of the traditional sausage that would go in an egg casserole. I love to do egg casseroles because there's so many different ways to do them. So many variations. I'm gonna add the spinach. Feta, this is 1 thing of feta, entire container. Then I'm gonna add some Italian seasoning to this one. Same Italian seasoning that I had used in that soup, y'all. Just add a little bit of flavor, however much you want. Seasoning is always, you know, what works for you. What I may season things more heavily than you like, or the opposite. I'm just gonna set this aside until the sausage is cooled enough to add to it. All right, I'm just gonna get out a pan here. This is when I'm gonna put my portobellos on. Let's put some sausage in here and get it mixed up. I'm putting half a pound of the sausage right in here with this mixture. This is definitely a regular food, so if you wanted to make this on when you're still on the soft stages, probably just don't add the sausage and add a little bit more protein powder. That way you're still getting protein, but you're not trying to eat the sausage. If you do the sausage, you need to be, you know, more at a regular diet stage. Okay, let's see how this sets up. I'm just gonna pack it down. Actually, I'm gonna move you so you can see what I'm doing. I was hoping I was making the exact right amount, y'all, but I think I probably have enough for 4. I'm just gonna pile it up pretty high, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of Parmesan cheese. This is just some nice slivers of Parmesan. Put that on there. Then I'm gonna put a little bit of the pork rind on there for a nice little top. Ugh, I'm making a mess. Maybe I should have made these off of the thing and put them on after I made them. Oh well, it'll be fine. I think they're gonna taste really yummy. Also, you could use crab to make this and not instead of the sausage. That would probably be really, really good too. All right, these are ready. Let me go wash my dirty hands. I'm gonna spray this with some avocado oil, and then we're gonna get our egg casserole in here. This is the sausage that I have left. I'm just gonna add it into the casserole. I already cooked bacon. I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle some in here. This bacon will also be a great addition to the soup that we made tonight to sprinkle on per serving. Now we're gonna just pour our eggs over the top. I'm just gonna get that stirred around so I've got everything evenly distributed. So this is the Parmesan that I have left from the last dish. Let me get a little bit more. All right, just gonna put some nice Parmesan over the top. This is gonna be so yummy. All right, there we go. I have a huge mess to clean up, y'all, but that's okay. I have a huge mess. Y'all should see my kitchen right now. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna get these in the oven, and then I will show you how everything looks when it comes out. All right, so this is the feta egg casserole out of the oven. It smells so good. And then here's a couple of the portobello, stuffed portobellos. They all smell really, really good. Here is the portobello mushroom. There's the inside. Kind of hard to make this look pretty, but it really does look good in person, y'all. Let's try this. This is the portobello mushroom. Oh my God. That is so freaking good. Oh my gosh. All right, now I'm gonna try the soup. Here is the soup, y'all. Just put a little bit of bacon on top. That looks so yummy. I'm so excited to eat this.